When there are no calls or messages from him, you're not simply experiencing a quiet moment. And no, it's never just a coincidence, a trivial oversight, or an exceptionally busy period. You are witnessing something much greater and more meaningful. A sign, a deep sign, unspoken in words, rising directly from the depths of his subconscious. It's a pattern of behavior, a precise and revealing scheme, and within this deafening silence lies the truth. If you think it's just an empty space to be filled, you are profoundly mistaken. It is precisely in that absence that his most authentic and undeniable choice is revealed. Silence is one of the most powerful forms of expression, able to resonate louder than any verbal promise, stronger than any whispered word. And when he doesn't reach out, the meaning is singular. His choice has already been made. In that moment, he chose not to be with you. He chose not to write, not to care about how you are or what you're doing. In that decision lies everything you truly need to know. A man for whom a woman genuinely matters will never choose silence as his form of communication, because his deepest nature, when there is real interest, is action. A man who is truly drawn to you will find a way to show it, even if he feels insecure, even if he is exhausted, even if he fears not having the right words. The impulse to connect will be stronger than any obstacle. But if he doesn't write, doesn't call, doesn't seek ways to see you, it means that impulse simply does not exist, or it is so weak that it is completely drowned out by something else. Fear, pride, or sheer inertia. Our most instinctive actions are almost always governed by forces beyond our rational control. If a man truly desires to be with you, he will find a way. He will create an opportunity. Everything else, every justification your mind tries to build, is nothing but excuses and defense mechanisms. It is essential to understand that his silence is not a problem for you to solve. It's not a challenge he is setting before you, nor a hidden invitation to fight harder for him. In truth, it is your liberation. A woman who insists on inventing explanations for a man's silence risks losing the most important thing of all, herself. She drowns in a frantic and painful search for external reasons. Maybe he's too busy at work. Maybe something is scaring him. She gets lost in a maze of hypotheses that only serve to postpone acceptance of the truth. And the truth is almost always disarmingly simple. If he doesn't write, it's because he doesn't want to. Or more precisely, he doesn't want to enough to overcome his fears, his pride, or his laziness. And therefore, he doesn't want you enough to truly stand by your side. True feminine strength does not lie in desperately trying to prove your worth or to convince a man to choose you. It lies in the ability to face reality and gracefully walk away from where there is no reciprocity, no life, no emotional nourishment. The path toward personal integrity always begins with an act of brutal honesty toward oneself. And honesty, in this case, means acknowledging the facts as they are. He doesn't call because he doesn't feel the desire. He doesn't write because he's not attracted enough. He stays silent because you are not his priority. And as painful as this truth may be, it alone will give you true freedom. His silence is his choice, and your choice is how you respond to it. You can continue drowning in anxiety and overthinking every move he's ever made. Or you can rise and say to yourself, if you don't choose me, then I choose myself. That is when the true magic happens. The moment a woman stops fighting to beg for someone's attention, she regains her vital energy. She stops feeling like a victim of circumstances and becomes instead a source of inner strength. And it is precisely then, when a man senses that you have truly walked away, not out of spite but out of self-love, that he may, for the first time, feel a real emptiness. Until you let go of the old, you cannot make space for the new. So, don't make excuses for him. Don't feed illusions. Don't be the first to write. Don't waste your time checking if he's online or analyzing his posts on social media. All of that precious energy vanishes into a black hole. A man who truly desires something will find 1,000 opportunities, while a man who doesn't will find 1,000 excuses for inaction. And if he has chosen silence, it means he prefers to be in a place where you are not. Let him be there. You too have the power to choose. Choose yourself, choose inner peace, choose someone who will be with you, not in your imagination, but in real life. Silence is an answer, and sometimes it is the most sincere and precise answer you could ever receive, free from embellishments or lies. When you reach this deep understanding, you find freedom and stop suffering. You begin to see the situation with crystal clarity, and clarity is power. A woman who lives in harmony with truth begins, almost magically, to attract into her life people who also value truth. She no longer needs guessing games, strategies, or complicated plays. She simply exists in her fullness, and that is enough. And if one day he reappears, it could happen. But it won't happen because you were anxiously waiting. It will happen because you let go, because you didn't cling, because you allowed him to walk his path. If he doesn't choose you now, it means he is not your man, at least not at this time, and you are not obliged to prove anything to him. Your freedom is hidden within this silence. It is the sacred space in which you can once again hear your own inner voice and realize something fundamental. I deserve more. I deserve someone who doesn't stay silent, who doesn't disappear, someone who chooses to be by my side out of genuine desire, without conditions. Your worth is not measured by the number of notifications on your phone. It is measured by how you maintain your dignity in the silence, by how you choose yourself, by how you do not allow another's inaction to disturb your inner peace. When a woman learns to endure silence without collapsing, she becomes mature. She stops being the one who needs and becomes the one who radiates light. She becomes free, and freedom is the most powerful vibration of all, the only one capable of awakening genuine interest. Not words, not tears, not reproaches, but your inner freedom. Life is too short to spend waiting for an answer. You deserve words and actions. You deserve a love that speaks, that manifests, that does not hide. Because love is not a game of hide and seek. It is a phone call on an ordinary day with the simple words, "I was thinking of you." It is a conscious step toward the other. And if you don't receive this, it's not your fault. It simply means you haven't yet met your person. And when that person arrives, you will understand why the silent one was necessary, to show you what you will never again tolerate, to teach you to listen to yourself first, and to stop settling for crumbs. One morning, when you open your eyes, you will feel incredible lightness. You won't instinctively look for his name in your notifications. You won't jump at every vibration of your phone. You won't torment yourself with the question, "What did I do wrong?" Because you will finally understand, with disarming clarity, that the problem was never you, but his limitations, his fears, and his incapacity. And in that moment, for the first time, you will be able to breathe deeply because your worth was always within your heart, not in his replies. If this journey within yourself and into relationship dynamics resonates with you, consider subscribing to the channel Beyond the Mind to continue exploring these themes together.